Hey everybody, what is cracking? I saw Main Man make a video on his thoughts on what characters should make it to Tekken 8. I didn't watch it, but it gave me the idea to make my own. I've always wanted to do this just to like see, who I think will actually make it to the next game. And yeah, well, I thought what better time to do it than when the season's done, and we don't really know what's coming next for the game. So I thought I'd just make a quick overview for you guys and see what you guys think. If you guys agree or not, let me know in the comments. So start with Miguel. So I'm going to go the bottom row, then go back, and then the top row. I thought it's best to do DLC last. So alright, so with Miguel, he's a hard one because he's been in the last few iterations, but he's not picked all that much and he's not that popular. But my own opinion is I actually love the guy. I reckon he's really cool to play, very unique. I like that he's got that fighting style where he's like really lazy and stuff. They don't really have anyone else in Tekken like that, and I really like. I hope they do keep him in, but for me, his status is not definitely coming back. I think there's a maybe on him. If I had to put a percentage, I'm going to put a percentage on all of them. I think there's a 60% chance that he'll come back because, yeah, he's a legacy character and he's still been in a lot of them. And I guess he's somewhat in the story as well because, he's angry at Jin or whatever. He wants to kill Jin. So, yeah, I hope he gets it. Bob, he's another one of those, like, extra characters that, became super popular because of his kit and how good he was in tournament back in Tekken 6, I believe it was. I think that there is a 75% chance he'll come back. So I think he will. Brian, 100% he will come back no matter what. Not 95%. No, not even that. 100%. He will come back for sure. He's one of the stable characters of Tekken. Really popular, really beloved. No one really dislikes him, thinks he's broken or anything. And the fact that he has high execution stuff makes people very interested in him. So I think for sure he'll make it in. King, I mean, the bloke's been in it since Tekken 2 or 1, whatever it was. He will 100% make it, no matter what. Steve, he's been like building popularity ever since he got added into the game. I reckon for sure he'll make it in there. Box is always a fun fighting style, and I hope he gets in there for sure. I reckon, yeah, 85% chance he'll make it back. No, 90% chance he'll make it back. So this guy I don't even have to explain. Paul, 100% he's getting back in, no matter what. Okay, so Josie. This one's tough because with the recent addition of fucking Ram and Bruce, there was a lot of complaints for Josie. Like, people liked her fighting style, but they actually wanted Bruce in it. Like, but then again, the Tekken community complains about everything, so you don't know if it's because of that. But anyway, my honest opinion is what I think should happen. Bruce should come back with his original moveset because I personally hate the design of Josie. Like, why is she always crying? I don't understand that. Like, what's the appeal of that? And yeah, I don't know. Kickboxing style, I think, suits Bruce more. That's just me. Sorry, percentage-wise, I'll say 35 to 40% that she gets back. Katarina's not coming back, I reckon. I reckon there's no chance she's coming back. She's not very popular. She's a new character, so it's not like she's beloved for like a lot of years. She's basically just basic bitch, I reckon. She's just not popular, not interesting. I reckon 20% chance she makes it back. This guy is coming back no matter what. He's like literally a poster boy for Tekken 8. Like, if there's one character I could lock in 100%, it's him. There's actually a few on here that will come back no matter what, in my opinion. But then again, like, obviously nothing's set in stone because, anything can happen. It's not like they have been confirmed. But this guy, he's coming back. This guy as well, like, I think anywhere Jin goes, Devil Jin's going to go as well, because you got to think about it in an esports mindset as well. Devil Jin was played in a lot of tournaments due to his balanced gameplay style. And he's very, very popular. I think Season 1 he was very popular. So I reckon he's going to make an appearance for sure. Because he's a cool character, different design, but also used in esports quite a lot. So this guy, it's hard. I actually really like this guy's design. I like the aspect of the mechanic of Starburst. I think that adds a fresh mechanic to the game. Adds a lot of layers to his gameplay, and just his overall design, I really like him. So I hope he comes back. But as I said, in an esports frame of mind and just overall popularity and stuff, I don't know. I don't know if he'll make it. I reckon there's a 40% chance he'll make it back. But I hope he does. He's one of the best newcomers, I reckon. So that's what we got to remember as well. The newcomers are a very important aspect of the new Tekken. Like, there'll probably be, I reckon, around at least 6 new characters that they've designed. So you got to put that into perspective. They'll make it for sure. Which one of the Tekken 7 characters will make it, you know? This guy's never coming back in his life. He's never ever coming back. It was a disaster. I honestly personally like him, but in terms of gameplay and just overall popularity and all that, he wasn't very well received. You know, a lot of his kits either incomplete or just very bad frames on it, and that's why he's played probably the least in the whole cast. And yeah, I honestly don't think he's coming back, especially with the addition of the real Murdock. So I think there's a 10% chance he's coming back. So Asuka, she's been in it for a while. I think there's a high chance she'll come back. I personally don't really care if she comes back. Probably say 65-70% chance she comes back, which is fine, I guess, for anyone who plays her. Elisa, man, I wish she didn't come back, but I reckon she will. I'll say 75% chance she comes back, seeing as Chanel and a lot of high-level players use her for a sidestep. I think she's moderately popular. Not too popular, but I think, yeah, there's a good chance she'll make it back. Leo, I never understood this character. I don't know why he or she is even in the game. Very basic design. There's a lot of other martial artists that do very similar things that she does, or he does, whatever. And just overall basic and uninteresting in my opinion. The only cool thing about this character is that pirate costume you can put on him. That's pretty sick. But other than that, I don't think they should really get a spot in the next one. Because, yeah, obviously look at the roster now. It's packed as. And we've got new characters as well that's going to come out. So I personally don't think they should make it. But I think there's a 50% chance that Leo's going to make it. This guy is pretty popular. You know, he's used a lot online. So I reckon 70% chance he comes back. He probably should, because he's got a good tool for newcomers for everything, like good panic moves and things like that. I think he probably should make it, but yeah, we'll see. This guy's a staple. He'll 100% make it. Been in there from the beginning. 100% he's going to make it. I don't understand what's to go with these two. I don't know. I would not care if they're even on the roster again. But I'll say 70% chance they make it back, just because they've been in it for a long amount of games. I guess if there's an extra slot, you could just put them in. But in my opinion, they don't really add much to the game. And their hitboxes actually are a detriment to the game, because you got to work out new combos just for these two. Lee, I think he's garnered a big enough fan base that he's going to come back. I really like him. I think he's a cool design. And I see a lot of them online as well. So I think they're obviously going to look at the usage rates of online, and obviously look at tournament play as well. He's barely used in tournament, but I would say there's a 75% chance he comes back, seeing as he had his own story as well in the Tekken universe. So this guy, there's always a new rendition of him. So Jack 8 100% will make an appearance. Xiaoyu's been in it since the beginning of time as well. She'll make it 100%. This guy, I really hope he does. I love this guy. I think he's a really cool design, over the top, anime hair, all that stuff. He's cocky as well, just cool aspects of his personality. I think 75 to 80% chance he'll get in. He's like, he's within the story as well, so I mean, I don't know how much pull that's going to have in terms of who they're including, but I hope he makes it. So Lily players, man. Think, you know, she's somewhat used. She's, I guess, like a fresh design. I don't know, man. I don't really know about Lily. I would say 60% chance she'll get in. Yeah, 0% chance. So this one's interesting as well. So Kazumi has obviously died, but she has become one of the most very popular and poke footsie type characters, so been used a lot in tournament. I think out of all the newcomers, she's probably the most guaranteed or locked in, besides another one which I'll mention in a little bit, to come back. I'll say there's an 85% chance or 90% chance she'll come back, or they will create a new character based on her moveset, because her moveset's too good to leave in the past and used quite a bit as well. So see, this guy, 100% very important guy to the Tekken story community, you know, player base, all that stuff, but he died as well. So I don't know how they're going to add him in, because they usually stick to canon in the main games, and yeah, he died. So I don't know how they're going to do this one, but I hope we get like Ghost Heihachi or Devil Heihachi or something like that. That would be super sick. But I guarantee you he'll make an appearance in one way or another. So I'll say 85% chance. Sorry, 95% chance. This guy, absolute stylish guy of Tekken, the Puga King, the Mishi Master. He will definitely make it. 100% he's coming back. Please God, no. I don't want this guy in it at all. Like, I've heard for years and years that he was put in as a test for Street Fighter vs Tekken, and I hope that's all he was used for, because I don't want this guy in my next Tekken. Sorry, guys. Shaheen, this is the person I was mentioning before. So out of all the newcomers, Kazumi and him, they are very important to the esports Tekken world. You've seen Lowhigh, Chiri, a lot of others use Shaheen in tournament and win with him, obviously. And his kit is very viable in a tournament. I really think that he should stay in. I really love him. I even mained him for a little bit. I think there's an 80% chance that he makes it back in, because yeah, as I said, he was quite popular as well and used in tournament and online. So let's hope he comes back. He'll make it no matter what. Been in it from the beginning. Same with Horang. Unfortunately, he's cool, but he's just a lot to deal with. Draganov, obviously my main. I really hope he makes it back in. He's been in it for the last couple of games, and I hope he's important enough to the roster that they keep him in. Usage-wise, Season 1 used non-stop. Season 2 used a fair amount. Season 3 not so much. I barely see him. But if they look at the statistics of Season 1's tournaments, JDCR was winning every tournament with Draganov. So I'm hoping that's enough for him to get in. I hope he gets in. This guy, the Space Ninja Samurai, whatever he is, has been in it since the beginning of time as well, and at least we get to see a different design of him every year, so, or every iteration. So yeah, I reckon 100% chance he gets in. Yeah. Nina also been in it. I never was a fan of the character myself, but her and Anna have been in it since Tekken 2, I think. 100% they'll make it back. Raven in some way I think will make it back. The addition of Master Raven, super cool design, like shits all over the original Raven design. 100% she should make it. But that being said, like, the Ravens were never played that much, even in tournament or online. You barely even see a Raven. So I will say 65 to 70% chance she makes it back. So, or Pete, like whatever type of Raven. Alright, This guy, I honestly think he was only added in because people were asking for him so much. And personally, he's not that popular at all. I never even see him online, to be honest. Excuse me. He's a cool design, Sumo. I really liked him when he came out. He's okay now. I would say just because they had an extra slot, they put him in. And they were obviously coming to the end of the DLC. So I'll say 40% chance that he makes it back. So Zafina, I would have said little to no chance, but the popularity she gained when she was established that her sidestep is amazing, and her movement in general, I would say now there's a slightly higher chance, but I still think it's only 45 to 50%, so I don't think she'll come back. Julia, I mean, if you're a Julia player, then you really love her. If you don't play her, then you don't like her, really. Like, I don't like her. Not really a fan of the redesign either, the whole Twitch esports thing. I think there's a 40 to 50% chance she'll come back. Not that likely. Okay, so Murdock was really popular Season 2. He got asked for a very long time, ever since the spawning of Gigas was around. And I think that I would say 50 to 60% chance he'll come back. I would say he adds a good amount of diversity to the roster, so I hope he does. But we just don't know. I mean, there's already such a big pool of characters that we don't know who's going to come back. So Anna, probably the least interesting and least popular character to come back out of all the DLC, in my opinion. I don't think she'll come back for the core roster, at least. I think 30% chance she'll come back. Alright, so this guy, he's a King of Fighters, or Art of Fighting, whatever you want to say he's from, SNK character. Obviously used as a guest character, but he became so popular. Season 2, there was a million geese around, and even now there's still people who main geese. His pokes are still great. He had to be nerfed, he was that good. I think there's actually a high chance that he'll make it back, just based on how popular he was, but it's not a guarantee. I'll say 60 to 70% chance that he comes back. Elisa, never coming back. Useless character. I doubt she'll come back. Like, seriously, barely used. You know, meter character as well, and the Tekken community has been very vocal about meter characters, and I really doubt she'll come back. I'll say 20 to 25%. This guy is not coming back either. He was a welcome addition. I liked playing him. He was pretty cool, but he's not going to be coming back, no way. Especially since he's a guest character. Lei, I honestly think after what they copped saying he should have been in the original roster, he will be in the next one, and I think he will be in the original roster. Even if he's not used that much, he's garnered too much of a fan base to not make another appearance, so I think he'll be in it. I'll say 75% chance he'll be in the next one. Armor King's sort of like King in the way that he's been around for a while, but not as long as King. I think he's sort of like an extra character. You know, I love him, don't get me wrong. I love his design, the chains, all that cool stuff. But I don't think he'll make it in the core roster. I think 40% chance he makes it in. So we're talking about the stock roster here, by the way. So when the game comes out, not DLC. DLC has a way higher chance. I don't think he'll make it in the original roster. This guy was fun. 100% not making it back again. Obviously got nothing to do with the storyline or anything like that. Only like mildly popular. Obviously when he came out he was really popular, but no one's really stuck with him. I reckon no way he's going to make it back. So I'm going to say 5% chance he makes it back. So these two are a bit hard to gauge because the game hasn't been out. I mean, they haven't been out that long. But Leroy, it's hard to say. I think it's fine if he gets a spot in the next one. Like, you know, he's been nerfed enough that he's a normal character now. He's still very strong, but just not OP. I reckon there will be no problem at all if he makes it back. The only question is, does he deserve the spot over the other characters? Because obviously he hasn't been out that long. But by the time Tekken 8 comes around, my guess will be like another 2 years. I think it'll be here. maybe even 2021, at the end of 2021. So by that time he would have been out a fair amount of time, and then I guess you can see then with the usage stats and all that, if he'll make it back. But I would say 50-50 on this one, 50% chance he comes back. Ram obviously just came out. My hype train's like in the skies at the moment for this guy. I love him. I've been using him a lot. I really like his design. I've always loved kickboxing, all that stuff, and I've loved like big, strong characters that, you know, exude power. I obviously personally hope he makes it back, but he's very, very new at this stage. It's not really like my place to say until he's been out for a while. Like maybe at the end of the world tour, if it goes through because of Corona, then, you know, we can see how much he's used and how often he wins and stuff like that, and they can do the statistics. But at the moment, I would say he's a 50-50 as well. So that's my predictions on who I think will come back and who should come back. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know who your top characters are that you want to come back. And yeah, till the next video, guys, take it easy.